This tutorial will show you how to build an AI agent workflow that creates custom financial datasets from scratch. These datasets will be at the company level, meaning we'll input a stock ticker symbol and get company data as outputs. We won't be relying on traditional web scraping, and we're not connecting to any financial or stock data APIs. Instead, we'll use AI agents to scour the internet for relevant data points, including variables that aren't typically structured or found in any off-the-shelf dataset. In this tutorial, we'll assemble data on frequency of executive departures, board compositions, employee sentiment, and the number of open job postings. But these are just a few examples. What actually matters is up to you. The signals you choose should reflect what you believe moves stock prices. This workflow gives you the flexibility to collect the kinds of inputs that are most relevant to your own investment thesis or prediction model. You're no longer limited to the data found in SEC filings or whatever extras your go-to financial API provides. This is public information. It just hasn't been systematized or widely distributed, which is exactly why it has the potential to give you an edge. The AI tech stack we'll be using for this agentic workflow is incredibly simple to set up. We'll be using OpenAI's Agents SDK library in Python, which is an easy-to-implement framework designed for building agentic AI applications. If you're new to agentic orchestration or you're just looking to create a custom dataset quickly, this library is about as easy as it gets. Next, we'll be using the Pydantic library to define and enforce structured outputs. This makes it easy to create a dataset with clearly typed fields, including integers, floats, and strings. So there's minimal post-processing required. You can go straight into analysis, whether that's using an LLM, training a machine learning model, or just exploring the data in a notebook. To create this ready-for-analysis dataset, we'll also be using the Pandas library to export all of the data into a data frame. In terms of AI models and web search capabilities, you can connect the OpenAI Agents SDK framework to more than just ChatGPT models, but I'll be implementing two options. First, using GPT-4o Mini from OpenAI, and second, using Perplexity's Sonar Pro model. As you'll see, the pricing for web connectivity for the OpenAI models is extremely expensive, while Perplexity's Sonar models are much more affordable. Per 1,000 web searches, OpenAI charges over 2.5 times as much for 4o Mini than Perplexity charges for Sonar Pro, assuming a medium context size. So it's much more cost-effective to use a Perplexity model. This tutorial assumes you've already created an API key for either OpenAI or Perplexity. But if you're new to working with either of these APIs, check the video description. I've linked to earlier walkthroughs where I cover how to set that up. Start by creating a new virtual or Conda environment and installing the following libraries: OpenAI Agents, Pydantic, and Pandas. You can do this by copying the code on the screen into your terminal or command prompt. Next, shift to a code editor and create a Jupyter notebook. We'll first cover how to build the custom financial dataset using an OpenAI model. You'll need to import the OS library and set your OpenAI API key. Begin by importing the agent, runner, and web search tool modules from the agents library, the list module from typing, base model from Pydantic, and import pandas as PD. We'll create a base model using Pydantic to define the structure and data types we want the agent to return. This ensures the output is clean, validated, and ready to use without extra formatting. We'll give each field a short variable name and specify its data type. These fields represent the specific pieces of information we'll ask the AI agent to find in the prompt. Next, we'll quickly instantiate the web search tool. This will be passed into the agent under the tool's argument, so it can query the internet for each data point we're asking for. Then we define the agent itself. We give it a name, a set of clear instructions outlining exactly what information it should collect for a given company ticker, and we specify the output format using the company info model we created earlier. The tool we pass in enables real-time web access, and we set the model to GPT-4o Mini, which handles both the reasoning and the extraction. At this point, we're basically ready to run the AI agent. We'll loop over a list of tickers, pass each one to the agent, and collect the structured results. Each response gets added to a list, and once the loop is complete, we convert that list into a pandas data frame. We'll use the runner.run function, which takes in the agent we created and the ticker as arguments. Since we're running this in a Jupyter notebook, we'll use await, because the run function is asynchronous. It needs to complete its task before moving on to the next ticker. You can then check out your filled-in dataset and scan for accuracy, which I'll go into more when we compare it side by side with the Perplexity results. Now we'll walk through how to run this same financial data collection workflow using Perplexity Sonar. Start by setting your Perplexity Sonar API key. From the OpenAI Agents SDK, we'll use the same general structure, but we'll import the async OpenAI and OpenAI chat completions model modules this time, since we're connecting to an external model provider. The rest of the libraries, Pydantic, Pandas, and the agent tooling, stay the same. The key difference is how we define the model inside the agent. First, we create a Perplexity client using async OpenAI, with the base URL set to api.perplexity.ai. Then, when we pass that client into the agent, we set the model to Sonar Pro. This connects the agent directly to Perplexity's language model, while keeping the workflow and schema exactly the same. We then run the tickers through the runner.run function, as we did when working with the OpenAI model. Okay, so how accurate are each of these models at doing web data collection? So the Perplexity dataset is on the top, and the OpenAI dataset is now on the bottom. Both did a good job at collecting some of the more obvious and easy to find variables, such as sector, founding year, number of employees, and current CEO tenure in years, with slight variations. Compared to Perplexity, the GPT-4o mini model totally bombed on the number of CEOs each company has had since 2010, and the job positions currently available, although Perplexity also undercounted some as well for this variable too. Look, this is by no means an exhaustive check of accuracy, since I only spot checked a few random values, but it seems like Perplexity Sonar did a much better job while costing substantially less than OpenAI. You can improve accuracy by stating the current date and giving the LLM a specific time reference period in the prompt. You'll also need a way to externally validate some of these values to build enough confidence to use a dataset like this in production. The reality is, we're in a moment where this kind of data gathering approach is transitioning from being spotty and unreliable to highly accurate. That makes now the most valuable time to experiment, whether it's through better prompting or by guiding the AI toward more relevant sources. The biggest gains will come before this method becomes fully optimized and priced into the market. The code can be accessed from the video description below, and if you found this useful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Deep Charts channel for more tutorials on how to leverage the latest AI methods and models for quant finance and other domains.